What's up, YouTube? This is for my TB study guide. TB incidences 9,025 and mortality 500 in the United States. TB incidences 9,000 and mortality 500 in the United States. TB incidences 9,000 and mortality 500 in the United States. Causes of TB: homelessness and immunosuppressed. Causes of TB: homelessness and immunosuppressed. Describe Microbacterium bacillus, highly aerobic, acid-fast bacilli, hard outer coat. Describe Microbacterium bacillus, highly aerobic, acid-fast, hard outer coat. Describe Microbacterium bacillus, highly aerobic, acid-fast bacilli, hard outer coat. Identify how TB or Microbacterium bacillus is transferred. It's transferred aerosol, droplets, airborne, inhalation, droplet nuclei. Emphasis on droplet and airborne. Identify how TB or Microbacterium bacillus is transferred. It's transferred through droplet and airborne pathways. Describe how TB or Microbacterium bacillus is transferred. It's transferred through droplet or airborne methods. Pathology of primary TB: inhalation, attacks cells in the lungs and multiplies. Inflammatory reaction starts to form tuberculous or granuloma, which is a fibrous calcification that occurs. Pathology of primary TB: inhalation into lungs, attacks cells in lungs and multiplies. Inflammatory reaction starts to form tubercle or granuloma, which is a fibrous calcification that occurs. Pathology of primary TB: inhaled into lungs, multiplies, starts to form tubercle or granuloma, which is a fibrous calcification that occurs. Pathology of primary TB: inhalation into lungs, multiplies, and starts to form tubercle or granuloma, which is a fibrous calcification that occurs. Pathology of post-primary TB: reactivation of TB can occur months or years later. TB escapes encapsulation. Pathology of post-primary TB: reactivation of TB can occur months or years later. TB escapes encapsulation. Pathology of disseminated TB: outside of lung, disseminated by blood or lymphatic system. Pathology of disseminated TB: outside of lung, disseminated by blood or lymph system. PPD test, purified protein derivative test. PPD test. Positive means you have been exposed to it before. Doesn't prove patient has active TB. PPD, purified protein derivative test. Positive means you have been exposed to it before. Doesn't prove patient has active TB. PPD test. Positive means you have been exposed to it before. Doesn't prove patient has active TB. This would be important to know as well. TB drugs and treatment. TB drugs. TB drugs: isoniazid, rifampin, ethambutol. TB drugs: isoniazid, rifampin, and ethambutol. TB drugs: isoniazid, rifampin, and ethambutol. TB drugs: isoniazid, rifampin, and ethambutol. TB drugs take a 9-month treatment period. TB drugs take a 9-month treatment period. And those drugs are isoniazid, rifampin, and ethambutol. Remember, quantiferon TB gold test is a blood test. Remember, quantiferon TB gold test is a blood test. That's it for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. Catch you on the next video.